Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are Group 14, which our title was Futsal Management System. I am Siti Fatimah Safika binti Jaafar.
My name is Azia.
I am Nur Atira Aina binti Azmi.
My name is Nur Anis Maisara binti Muhammad Nizam.
Okay, so let's go to introduction for Futsal Management System. Okay, in sport management, the efficiency of handling futsal facilities is crucial. Futsal is a fast-paced and exhilarating variant of professional football combines a streamlined and organized approach to its management. So, the idea is to design the upgrade system is to make it easier for futsal court owner to manage their courts and for customer to book and pay the booking online. So we can see that before futsal managing system, there are several problems we can conclude. Which the next slide is, as we can see that our problem statement is inefficiency in booking processes, which in manual booking method, it lead to delay process, double and error in reservation. Second, we also see the lack of time update on court availability, which means manual system make it challenging as many customers experience frustration due to unupdated information either time or date. And then lastly, the duplication and using inventory data and equipment, which can result in equipment misplacement and adding unnecessary cost for new replacement. So with all of this problem, our main objective is to develop an efficient futsal management system database system which user can interact with management card without have to see face-to-face. Not only that, the system also can deliver real-time update about any information about the card. And then the last one, it also helps in eliminating of data duplication and also on accurate records. Next slide. Okay. Here we have Astaghfirullahaladzim. Okay, here we have two target user, which you can see staff and customer. For staff, the target module is login, update and check information in the system, adding data, delete data, delete customer request, tracking data, and to report. And then for customer, we have our register, login, view information, and booking code.
Okay, for requirement gathering, we use two techniques, which is observation technique and questionnaire technique. For observation technique, by actively observing the system, we gain information how issue occur within the futsal facility, and then this provide understanding of challenges within the futsal management system. For questionnaire technique, we gather information by ask a set of questions to a stakeholder, such as how user-friendly do participants find the process of recording futsal competitions, and what specific features will user prefer in their ideal futsal management system. Then it allows us to collect feedback and opinion which add our understanding of user perspective and expectation of the system. Next.
For data requirement for staff view we have staff, code, booking and booking code. For staff, data store on staff include staff ID, name, staff type, email, password and telephone number. There are three types of staff which are admin, manager and cleaner. Admin is one of the subtype for staff, and an admin can manage one or many booking. Data required for admin is staff ID and record. For manager is type of staff. A manager can manage one or many record. Data required for manager is staff ID and experience level. For cleaner is another subtype of staff. A cleaner clean one or many record. The data required for cleaner includes staff ID and clean tool. For court, manager is responsible for managing the court for Futsal management system. The court is cleaned by one or more cleaner. The data stored in the court include court ID, court name, status, manager ID, and cleaner ID. For booking, admin is responsible for managing booking made by customer. A staff member can manage many booking. Data required for booking is booking ID, date, time, admin ID, customer ID, payment method, and payment status. For booking code is that booking code is the data stored by both code and booking, which is bridged many to many to each other. Next. Next is data requirement for customer view. Customer view have customer, booking, and code. For customer can perform one or many booking. The data required on customer include customer ID, name, phone number, email, password. For booking can be made by a customer and a customer can perform one or many booking. The data stored in booking is booking ID, date, time, admin ID, customer ID, payment method and status of payment. The admin manage booking performed by customer. Next is code. Customer can view the code to be booked. Customer can book one or many code. The data stored in code are code ID, code name, status, manager ID, and cleaner ID. Next.
For query transaction requirement, these are the 6 examples of query transaction that we do in our system. First, the first transaction is to list the staff name, number, phone, email of selected staff. Number 2 is to list court ID and status of court for selected court. Number 3 is to count the total of booking. Number 4 is to list booking ID, time, customer ID, and status of booking that are booked in January 2023. Number 5 is to delete staff information, and number 6 to change or modify the cleaning tool for the cleaner. There is also the output of the result after we put the SQL statement. Next. For the enhanced entity relationship diagram, we have total of 8 tables in our EARD. We have one inheritance, which is one supertype as a parent table, and 3 subtype as a child. Also, we have one bridge table in our ERD and completed relationship of each of the table. Next.
For ERD validation, we have describing transaction and transaction pathway. Transaction is based on query transaction requirement before. For query number 1, list the name, phone number, and email of staff with staff ID is 5. So the transaction pathway will be from staff to staff. Query number 2, list all information of booking where customer ID is 1. The pathway for this transaction is from booking to customer, since we want to list booking information of customer with ID 1. Query number 3, to count total number of booking and name it as total booking. The transaction pathway for this query is from booking to booking, as we want the total of booking that has been met. Query 4, to list the court ID and status of court with ID 2 or 3. The transaction pathway is from court to court, as we want to list court ID and status court. Query 5, to list the booking ID, time, customer ID, and status of booking record that are booked in January 2024. So the transaction pathway for this query is from booking to booking. Query 6, to list booking ID and calculate the number of staff that manage each booking. Pathway for this query is from booking to staff. Query 7, to list customer ID, name, email, booking date, and payment method of customer that have made a booking. The transaction pathway is from customer to booking. Query 8, to list customer ID, name, booking ID, booking date, and booking status of customer with ID 3. Customer to booking will be the transaction pathway for this query. And lastly, to list booking ID, admin ID, and admin report of admin staff with ID 2. The transaction pathway will be from booking to admin. Next.
Okay, this is business rule that come out from ERD that you have to see. So the first one is staff have three type of staff, which is manager, admin, and cleaner. With the condition each staff can be only one of those types and cannot be none. Second, each admin staff can manage one or many booking. Each booking can be managed by only one admin staff. The third one, each cleaner staff can clean one or many cots. Each cot can be cleaned by only one cleaning staff. The fourth one, each manager staff can manage one or many cots. Each cot can be managed by only one manager staff. And then the fifth, each booking can include one or many cots. Each cot can be included by one or many bookings. And then the last one, each customer can perform many bookings. Each booking can be performed by only one customer.
For data dictionary, this is how we do our table. Data dictionary. For table stuff, we produce a single table for the implementation of the supertype entity and its subtypes. So we are putting the attributes from subtypes, which is the report, experience level, and cleaning tools into the supertype table. Next.
For database management system selection, choosing a DBMS for a business is crucial, with numerous options available. The risk is selecting one that doesn't align with the company's strategies, causing com- con- compatibility issues. Careful consideration is vital for seamless integration. So there is a four-step choosing the right DBMS. The first one is to define terms of reference study. It is to identify study objective and scope based on user requirement. Number two, shortlist two or three products. Is to define the needed DBMS concept. And number three, to evaluate products. It is to conduct a detailed analysis of shortlist TBMS option. And lastly, recommend selection and produce report to create a comprehensive report detailing analysis findings. Next.
Database object, sample of DDL and DML. So this is how we create our table in MySQL. We are using auto increment for our primary key. And this is also how we insert data into our table. Next.
For database trigger, we choose trigger type before insert trigger. Okay, the purpose is to ensure that the new record meets specific criteria before insertion. In our system, example, we trigger checks the length of the new password and raise an error if it's less than a character. So that is the SQL statement we put in our database. If the new user put a new password, it will be display message tag password must be at least 8 characters long. Next. Okay, for store procedure, the purpose of store procedure is to code reusability, which is allowed to be reused across different parts of an application or in a various application. For example, we want to create a reusable unit of SQL logic that retrieve information about a customer from the customer table based on provided customer ID. This is the SQL statement that we put in our database. And after that, we execute the store procedure above as a follow to call customer information. For example, we want to call a customer with ID number 1. Then we put call get customer info 1 and the result it will display the information of customer 1. If you want to get the other customer, we just change the number for the ID in the ID. Next.
Next is security mechanism. Hashing password entered by users is one of the security security mechanism in database. Hashing password is the process of converting a plain text password into a fixed length string of character using mathematical algorithm. This is to ensure that to enhance security by protecting user credential. Below is the example of the SQL step. Next. Next is database contingency backup and recovery database. The purpose of backup is to create a copy of data that can be recovered in event of primary data failure. Step-by-step backup. Backup is first you need to open your web browser and go to HTTP localhost phpMyAdmin. Second is to select your database you want to backup, which is for our database, which is Futsal. And then you click on the export tab. And then you choose the export method and click go. And then they save to the SQL file to your local machine. Above is the SQL statement for database recovery. Okay, next. That's all for us. Thank you.